Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today we are going to travel to Richmond, Virginia, and Richmond International Raceway. I almost said Speedway. Almost. Was perfect on that as well. $350,000 to be divvied up between all of us drivers out there. Let's go ahead and get out there, do our practice, and we will see you at the qualifying. Well, only 3 drivers drove, and we are not faster than Bobby Dodder or Brennan Gong, but we are obviously faster than Chris Hoff, so not much to go on here. We were running mid-23s. I didn't practice a lot. I'm not going to put a ton of effort into setups right now because I'm going to have to change them as I finish upgrading the truck completely. That's going to change the way that the truck drives, thus needing more changes to the setups. And for a 2001 video game, I am not a pro setter-upper of vehicles. So there's that answer. We'll get out here and do our qualifying. All right, here we go. Qualifying lap. Sort of a bad angle there. Weren't able to get it down, which sucks because I know on these two turns, or these two turns I will. Oh, well, I didn't get it really down on that one either. That's so funny. I came out no problem on my practice laps and never had that problem, but still mid-23. It's not a big deal. Not going to sit here and be worried about it as usual. We're going to bang this truck up in this video game. We're going to bounce it off the AI drivers who also have no idea what they're doing. And we're going to enjoy ourselves here as we drive this one again with a controller, not a steering wheel. So there's that as well. 14th place qualifying, not too bad. Want to keep it clean as far as not getting wiped out. My biggest concern is the apron. You know, you try to grind it down so far to get that inside line, and all of a sudden your left sides touch that apron as you're accelerating out and you're in the wall inside, bouncing up the track, wrecking the truck. We don't want that to happen. So always our goal is 15th place with our sponsors right now being in our rookie season, but also really would love to just finish it getting as much sponsorship money as we can so we can hopefully finish upgrading the truck by the end of the season and put our money towards our Cup Series car next year, and if we don't win the championship next year, also the following year. Let's get out there and do this race.
Whether under the lights or the bright sun of day, Richmond International Raceway is home to excitement. The action track, as it's known, combines the best of both worlds, super speedway speeds and short track action. At 3/4 of a mile in length, it's not unusual to witness tempers flaring at Richmond.
Hopefully our tempers don't flare. We're on the outside. That's not really a great place to start for me. I like to be on the inside just so I could... Matter of fact, if I can just scooch right in here. There we go.
All clear. Clear high.
Right off the bat here, let me open that up for you. A little loose on the tires, but we're okay.
All clear.
There we go.
Carlo.
Whoa, Melon's getting a good run on the inside.
Carlo.
It's actually not great for us at all. Hopefully we can... I don't know. We're not going to be able to do it. I really want to really hope. How does he have so much drive? He's not, well, some of these triple-digit trucks actually are pretty good on the short tracks, if I'm being honest. Just want to get in front of Nilsson, but...
Stay high. Still there.
See here. He bumped my left rear and sent me up the track just enough. Them's racing, boys.
Still there. Carlo.
We'll get shuffled back and try to get inside and make a super over-aggressive move. Because,
Still there.
and I repeat this, and I will over and over again, this is a video game. And that's what we're doing, is having a good time playing a video game, folks.
Still there. Carlo. Clear low.
I've got a lot of laps to go in the first stint. got some stuff to talk about during this race to kind of set the tone for what this channel is about and where we're going to be heading in this channel. But let me run out a bunch of this first stint. 100-lap race, 56 laps of tank. Yes, that's right, without cautions. That's a one-stop race. We'll see where we end up. Okay, we're going to jump back in right now as I just ran into the wall. Let's explain that. This game that I am playing right now, I'm playing on an emulator that used to have really good control adjustments, and you could finite that right down to about just, I mean, great adjustments for this game. The update allows me to do the texture mods, but kind of ruined the controller configuration. And so when I make certain moves and do things like run into the outside wall like I just did, it's not because I messed up, it's because I barely tapped the controller to the right and it shot the car up because the input is that touchy.
Still there.
On top of that, frequently when I've run into other trucks,
Still there.
it has to do with depth. I'm normally, and especially if I was playing more of a simulation,
You're all clear.
like iRacing, which I did run for multiple years and did quite well in, I would always, obviously in iRacing you'd have a choice, but in other games, I would always run from the inside of the vehicle. Yes, this does have an inside cam. However, for the fact of content, which is what I'm doing here, is creating content for all of you, I decided to do this series from the exterior view of the truck. Now I could go and I could do all the textures for the inside, make it look super cool and modern and all that great stuff. But I feel like you get to enjoy it more from an external view. Thus, the reason why I chose to do it that way. Now this channel, as I continue on with other series, I will absolutely and with ease with this video game have no problem winning championships here. I have also done it before. Just in this unfinished business was the series that I did not finish before. Wow, did Ferris just get... Oh, is this because we were getting blocked up from this? So anyway, when I run NASCAR Heat 5, I likely will run that inside of the truck, and I will run it with my iRacing setup. So by pedals, steering wheel, shifter, all that stuff.
Hold your line.
I will always, though, in a game that has AI, I will always
Clear low.
run
Clear
into,
high.
bump into them, do stupid things that you would not do in, I don't know, real life and things like that. In response to the commenter that said that nobody would hire me, I mean, he said a lot of stuff, and it's fine, whatever, that's cool. I am 42 years old with 2 kids, one that just graduated college. I think my time to be hired as a NASCAR or race car driver ever has passed, and also know how to enjoy myself when I'm playing video games. And that's what we're doing here. If that's not what you guys are about, well, I apologize that I have fooled you all with this series, and maybe it's not the channel for you guys to want to follow, because there's always going to be me making stupid fun mistakes and enjoying myself while I'm playing these games, and if I got too serious, I flat out would not want to record these games at all.
The yellow's out.
We got our first caution, 34 laps left. We got some wear in the right tire. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oof, lucky.
Pace car.
And I actually think that just lapped us, didn't it? Yep, it did. Shoot, Brennan Gong lapped us because we had to get out of the way of Bobby Dotter. Anyway, we've got this caution. Kind of wanted to clear the air with some stuff on the channel and where I'm headed. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of different racing games. Probably not all NASCAR either. Will I ever get back to iRacing? I don't know, and it's not because of a lack of talent on my side. It's because of the venomous shit that happens with that game constantly, and it's just not worth it because, and I will go back again and say this, if I'm not enjoying it, I am not going to play it. All right, I will see you after this caution to finish out our stint.
Get set. The race is going green. There's green
Focus
flag.
for a minute here. One moment, please.
Clear high. Clear low. Car high.
I bumped into Shiner, but not a lot. Just a little bit. Well, now more.
Still there. Still there. Car low. All clear. Car low.
I just don't even know where to go with this, right? Holy crap.
Car low. Clear high.
Well, I'm glad we were able to avoid that. That could have been very disastrous for us. Let's see if I can sneak down in the bottom here. Or at least not up against the wall where I thought would have been more safe because there's more room there, but dang.
Car low. Clear low.
That should just be, yeah, I was going to say. Little arrow damage for the front end. No big deal, folks.
Clear high.
No big
Car
deal.
high.
That might be a bigger deal. Okay, I got...
Wide.
Oh, you move out of my way now, won't you? This should be
All
fine.
clear.
We'll keep an eye on the radiator, make sure we don't go over the 220 mark. Which actually in this, you can get over the 220 a little bit. Dude. That's the one thing about this game that does drive me nuts. It would be awesome if the AI drivers are like, oh yeah,
Still there.
I'm gonna... Clearly they have a bigger run. Let me move out of the way. It's early in the race. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking of, though, this game versus other games,
Still there. Clear high.
I am looking forward to my NASCAR Heat 5 series. And it is actually the original reason why I had walked away from this series was because when I learned to mod this, I decided to see if there was anybody out there because I wanted to change the names because I had some real life people in the community on iRacing and stuff that I've befriended over the years that I have added to the game, had added the paint schemes, and so I wanted to be able to change their names in the game. Of course, this is an emulated game from PS1, and unlike a PC game, it's a lot harder to crack that. I did get together with this really good team out of Poland that kind of specializes in doing that stuff, and turned out that there's a checksum that no matter if it doesn't match, obviously, which is what a checksum does, it looks for. Basically, it's a number. I'm going real high level here.
Still there.
But basically, it's a number, and if that number doesn't match the data in the game, meaning that you modified the data in the game, so it changes that number that it's looking for, it sees it as a... Oh, hello. Sees it as a bit of a breach and won't let you play the game. And so that's what happened. We tried... They were able to actually get it to get all the code to basically read properly and everything, and get it so that I could edit the stuff. However, when we try to start the game, we get the checksum error and weren't able to proceed, which kind of sucks. All right, so fast forward to NASCAR Heat 5. It's a game built in Unity, and therefore it is widely available for being able to crack all of the files. You crack open the files, we were able to find the paint schemes, the models, which I'm not doing anything with models, but the paint schemes, the models, the driver profiles, the driver pictures, the driver skills. I mean, right down to being able to change how they drive. So in that series, which will be at probably the one right after this one, I will be doing specific paint schemes for real life people potentially subscribers as well to make it more immersive. I think that's a lot of fun. I will bypass the dirt series in that game and go to the trucks and then Xfinity and the previous gen cup cars, and then we'll do there is a cup car mod. It's not official, but it is a mod for the game that somebody did exactly what I just explained. They put the models into the game from editing the Unity stuff, and we're able to, of course, you come right down because that's what you all do on this track. Anyway, we're able to do all that stuff that I will do. So in that one, it will be a lot of modding, a lot of fun stuff. I won't mod everything, but we'll add some stuff, and some of those drivers that I'm in the truck series with will come up to the Xfinity series and the Cup series, and they'll have custom teams and things like that. And that'll be a lot of fun because you can root for those drivers as well, or follow their career path as well. And we'll do I won't just make them as I want. I'll do dice rolls, almost like I don't know. We'll call it a role-playing game for that, and be able to get them different special skills, because it's all there. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I look forward to being able to run something that has
All clear.
some of the more modern things, because I'm thinking with the AI and stuff, because you can set how good they are,
Still there. Clear
how well
high.
they race at specific track styles and things like that. Kind of like how when you're selecting your pit crew and your engine builder and your chassis builder in this game, how it says, short track, speedway, super speedway, or whatever. It'll be that type of thing, but it's a little more granular there. And so I really look forward to that. That's going to be a fairly large project, so I'll start working on it when I'm in the Cup series in this game, and then so I'm ready to go for that game. I would also like for that one to take a little longer, just because I don't want to upgrade the truck and my team and stuff and be ready to go immediately. So that one will be played at probably the highest difficulty as well. I will, obviously, because I'll be using a steering wheel and everything on that game, you're going to notice some big differences on the driving style versus a gamepad. I like racing with a gamepad because anytime I get able to play a game with a gamepad, it's really, to me, it's very arcadey, and I do like that because then you don't have to take it so seriously. I also like the ability to go out there and drive, a little more seriously and with some finite moves, and not be, and I think I've said this before, the gas and brake in this game, it's not slowly 0 to 100, with the analog or whatever. It is immediately 0 to about 75, and then between 75 and 100 is where you get the more finite stuff in it. And so that's why you'll see the truck, I pump the brakes a lot. I even feather the throttle a ton when I'm going around corners and stuff. And that's just because I don't have the opportunity to be finite. Now with NASCAR Heat 5 and with the pedals, it'll be a lot more. Let's just say that. I think that you're going to see it looks quite a bit different than how I race here. And I look forward to showing that, and just the future. I've talked a lot here, so I'm going to shut up quite likely for most of the rest of the race, because I got to cut half of this race out to make it a half-an-hour video. So as usual, we'll see you either at a caution or when we pit. All right, we're going to have probably 2 to go at the line. I know this might seem crazy, but we may not repair the radiator if there isn't a caution right now. As a matter of fact, I feel very, very likely that I will not repair the radiator if there's a caution. We're pitting this time round. We need to do whatever we can to save time on pit road. So that's what I'm doing.
Clear high. Slow down.
There we go. 56. We need like, yeah, 28. 2 rights. No repair damage. 1 can, 2 rights. Could be the craziest move we've ever made, folks, but we're doing whatever we can to get out there and give this truck the best chance I can to get a top 18. And as it is right at this very moment, we managed to do that, only dropping a few spots. Get back onto the track, fresh right sides.
Carlo.
I realize that we got damage. We're a 2.5. Well, Melons is the one that we need, I guess, not Lester.
Still there.
But hoping that I can do something with this to get us up to 18th. I think 15th is out, but 18th should still be on the board for us. Maybe. I don't know now. Well, yeah. I still think that we can. Our left sides are all right. They're not great, but they're definitely not wearing nearly like our right sides were.
Car high.
You know, drive it until you blow the engine. No? Okay. We'll try not to blow the engine then.
Clear high.
Even if there's a caution right now, I wouldn't be too upset.
Car low. Laps to go.
We're gaining on Melons, and this is good. That's a money spot for us. That's why it matters to me. 18th place would help us achieve our 4th out of 5 sponsorship goals. Of course, the 5th one being a top 15, and a top 15 would be amazing, but I don't think that that's going to happen.
Still there.
Powers just came out of the pit, so he's the best that he can be right now. We didn't get any repairs or left side tires. We are not the best that we can be, but we are not terrible. It doesn't feel much different than it did before I got out of the pit, which I guess is good because the decline we were about to have was going to be pretty bad. I just gotta drive it in deep, some of these corners, and hope it sticks.
Still there.
That one did. Now that Melons isn't being held up though as well, I don't know how well we'll be able to do to catch him. Well, that was a pretty good drive off that corner actually. Get around this guy.
Still there.
I don't know why. Is Inman? Oh, Inman is 268. I'm like, why is that happening? I didn't realize I was lapping Inman.
5 laps to go.
We can do. I feel pretty confident that we can get there and get what we need. Like right now, because he totally just missed his corner. Nice, 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 nice. So that was my goal coming out of the pit. We got 4 laps to go. I really think that attaching the back end of the 275 just helped us get around the corner.
There's a spin in turn 2. All clear.
Well, it's too late for that, folks. Spin in turn 2 isn't going to help or harm us. Unless that spin is Bill Lester. I mean, he's only 1.4 in front of us, but we only have 3 laps left. 1.3, 1.2. Whoa, why is he? Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's on the outside. That's why.
The car head is pitted.
Oh, Powers must have been the truck that spun. Because he had just come out of the pit with us. Or after us, actually. Lester got in front of him. He's gone. That hope is no longer with us.
Still there.
Kind of boxed in here. But we'll just move everyone out of our way politely. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Still there. Clear
Brake
low.
late.
All clear.
There we go. Little good stuff for that.
Last lap.
Final lap coming through here. Roll the corner nicely. Pull away from Melons quite a bit. Way too shallow of an entry because I wasn't looking at the track there. No big deal as we will cross the line in 18th place. Is it the place we wanted? No. Is it the place we got? Yes. Place we wanted was 15th, but it's all right. It was all right. We had damage and we never repaired it because it wasn't affecting us enough on track. Top 5 for the race. Bobby Dodder gets the win. Brennan Gaughan, Lance Norik, Dennis Setzer, and Travis Quapple. We finished down in 18th place, 2 laps down. Think, I don't know. Bill Lester might have been someone we had a chance at catching at some point, but only 1 caution in the race, which is actually fantastic. That changed recording that's normally an hour and 15 minutes long down to a 50-minute recording, so that's pretty great. Oh, nice. Walk away with $27,000. Yeah, we had some damage to the truck that cost us. Ended up with the 8,200 for race winnings, and then 4 of our 5 sponsorship goals. And then looked like total damage $6,000. Nah, I mean, that's not as bad as you would think, believe it or not. The weather was good at Richmond, and it brought some good driving with it. Bobby Dodder took first place on September 4th. With that 18th place finish, we are 50 points out of 15th place, but only 53 points out of 14th. We got Texas next, so you never know what could happen there. So we can't upgrade the truck. I know it's $265,000, and you get like 14 grand for the upgrade we have on the truck currently. So we're 40 something grand short. We've got Texas Motor Speedway next. We can absolutely finish well there and get that 40 grand. If we're not able to get the 40 grand there, we've got New Hampshire in the Featherlight Modified Series before we race our next race, which is on a Sunday, and that's at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We may have a fully powered truck at that point, a full exhaust upgrade, full engine upgrade, and have just 1 upgrade left, which is a $350,000 upgrade for the truck and the aerodynamics. No suspension, I apologize, suspension. But we do have lots to come, and I hope you guys stick around for the action. Tell your friends. Just kidding, you don't have to do that. I was just joking. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this episode, though. I'll take a moment out to say thank you all so very much for taking the time out of your day when you could be spending it doing anything else, but you choose to watch my videos, and I appreciate you for that. Until next time, though, and as always, take care.